Yeah, I know it's been a while since I posted any videos, but this one, this is something here that I'm just gonna talk a little bit about because ever since I had the bike, uh, I've heard about flash tunes and where you gotta take out your ECU and send it off in the mail to somebody to tune it, and you do custom tunes. But I recently, or not recently, it's been a couple months ago, discovered this product by DynoJet, Power Vision. I think it's the Power Vision 3. I'll put a link to it in the description. But I actually saw this. There was another YouTuber that vaguely touched on it for an FZ09, and the device for an FZ09 is $100 cheaper than the one for the FJ09. So, from what I understand, the engine is the same, the frame parts of the frame is the same, but the ECU is quite a bit different. So the thing about this device is it's 400 bucks. They say 399, but it's $400. And the flash tune that you send off is usually around $200 plus shipping and insurance, and having your bike all taken apart and down, and having the possibility of your ECU getting lost or something else going wrong. So I just never really did it. And a lot of people talk about doing it because they want to smooth out the throttle, or they want to add more power, or they change your exhaust, or whatever. And I didn't do any of that. There's never been a time that I thought that I need more power. I've never felt that this my FJ09 lacked power ever. It just doesn't. And yeah, the throttle is a little bit twitchy, but I just got used to it, and it's running pretty smooth. But anyways, I've already did like a small update on this, and my reasoning for doing this is, it's just a couple of things. For one thing, it will allow me to plug in. I can read trouble codes. I can clear codes. It's you can read anything. This little device has got. It'll read anything that the computer reads, the temperature, voltage, even stuff that I can't even understand. It'll just get it all. It'll get your timing, just everything. It'll even do, it'll do more than I can really explain. But it's quite the device, and it's very sturdy. I mean, it's like very heavily made, and it doesn't look like there's any way to take it apart. They don't want you going inside of it. And I think probably the price of it is just because of the research and the development that it took to develop this thing. And so yeah, it was expensive, probably almost twice as much as sending it off. But at any time, I can change it. I mean, V-CycleNut says that anytime you want to change it, just take your bike apart and take out the ECU and send it to them, and they'll do whatever changes you want, and then they'll send it back to you. Then you got to put your bike back together, or I just plug this into the computer. Okay, so initially, when you get this thing, when you order it for your bike specifically, it comes with the tune software that you need, and when you first plug it into the computer, into your bike, it will download your stock tune. So it comes. You go on their website and download this software suite that seems like it only runs on Windows, and you open up this program, and your device, your DynoJet device, is actually acts just like a flash drive, and it only works on Windows, because I mean my daily driver is Linux, and I plug it in and I can't even open up the flash drive because it's looking for Windows. So anyways, in the files, you'll see it's got this this information here. It's got the two files. This one, I mean, it'll tell you what it is. That's the stock file, and then there's the tune file, and they send you both. They send you the stock file. So let's go ahead. I mean, they send you the tune file. So what they've done to make this, I think, is they take a bike that's just like yours. With my case, it's the 2015 FJ09, and they dyno it. But the thing that most concerned me really was here in the environment, because I don't know enough about all of this to change anything. Okay, so fan engagement temperature. This is what I wanted to do, and so you can see the stock temperature. Well, it doesn't come on until 221, and then shuts off at 212 degrees, and this is all in Fahrenheit, and so that makes it just really hot. So here, what I'm going to do, the stock one, I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm not, you can't, if you try and modify it, then it will save it as a tune file. So let's go to the tune file, and you see the differences. And also, it comes password locked, and so when I called them, they gave me the password, and so it saved it here. I don't know why, but I'm sure they have their reasons. So I want to look at the same thing here, and by default they changed it, and they did lower the fan engagement temperature a little bit. They didn't do it a lot, so I changed it. So now it comes on at 189 or 190, and then shuts off at 180. But I'm gonna change it just a little bit, and so you just simply just do that. So I want 195. So that seems like a good. So 195.1, and I'm going to have it shut off at 185. And the way that it is, I've ran it this way all summer, and then so anyways, then you just go back up there, and you click on the save, and it saves it. And there's the notes. It has tune notes, and so you see what it all is. And of course, everything that was changed, that they changed, like the DBW tables, I don't know what that is, the fan engagement, and then they raised the rev limit, and then they raised the speed limit, and altered the timing. And I think he told me they did some stuff with the fueling too. So the other interesting thing is, by default, let's click OK. Okay, so now that's saved. Now I have to figure out where the speed was here. Let's see, system tunes. Okay, now you can adjust all this. That is the vehicle top speed of the vehicle. By default, it's 115 miles an hour, but they set it to 165, so I just leave it right there. I've not tried it. I mean, some time ago I did take it up, and it did stop at 115. I had plenty of throttle, and it got right to 115, and it just like got flat, and the throttle just became, nothing. So you could hold it, twist it all the way back, and it just sits right there at 115. But like I say, I've not tried it since I've done this. And they've also increased the rev limit, but they didn't do it a lot. I compared it by both, and they didn't really do it all that much. So anyways, so that's that's what you do on the computer. So I'm going to go ahead and since I've saved, I'll save out of that and close that. I just wanted my fan to come on a little bit earlier, and so that's what I did. Plus the speed limiter, that's eliminated. Instead of 115, it's now limited at 165. I guess you could limit it to 200, but from what I understand, these bikes will only go about 140, tops, so I'll never do it. It'll never do it with me on it. So the only disassembly you have to do is to pop off the back seat, the back pillion seat, and then you pull out your plug. And it's just 4 prongs. And then it plugs into the plug here. And you see there's 2 cords. One is to the USB that goes to the computer, and then this one actually plugs in. And here I have the problem that every YouTuber has. You're trying to do something with one hand. And so you plug it in, and then it powers itself on. And then it takes a minute for it to boot up. And they say, I mean, this comes with Velcro for mounting, so you can mount it to your dash someplace, but then they say you have to unplug it because it draws power all the time. I mean, the key's off and it's drawing power. So here I have some custom settings, so I got battery voltage, I got vacuum, it's got whatever. There's so many acceleration rate. I mean, like I say, it will read and record everything, and you can even set this up as kind of a flight recorder. And a later version of this. See, there's a Bluetooth that's blocked out, so it's got a Bluetooth module in it, and I guess at some future date you're going to be able to connect this to Bluetooth. I don't know, to your phone or what, but right now it's just lined out, so no Bluetooth connectivity for now. But I've been running this thing throughout the summer, and always before when with the stock fan engagement, the thing just runs hot. It's just hot on hot days. If you're not moving, I mean, it's just hot. It's just cooking my legs just big time. There's just when it's over 100 degrees and your bike is over 200 degrees, it's just miserable. So I've been running this thing all summer, and running it so that the fan comes on at 190 and then shuts off at 180, and the bike definitely runs cooler. I watch the temperature, and the fan kicks on, and with the fan running, the temperature goes down even when you're sitting in traffic. And so that was my big concern, and for some time I'd considered just adding an additional fan and a toggle switch, or inserting a ground wire and a toggle switch into the stock fan, but I figured that would probably mess with the computer and probably throw an error code or whatever, so I just never did it. So that now it runs really well. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and do this other tune that I just added. Okay, and so this is just all the instructions are right here. And so yeah, it's not turned on, so I got to turn the key on, and let's try that again.
Recording started.
Of course, my recorder just kicked on, so all right. All right, Flash Eco with selected tune file. Okay, so let's go back, and I'm going to shut this thing off.
Recording started.
All right, so this is the tune file that I'm going to install. I'm going to reinstall it, and press OK. So now it's initializing. Okay. And this is all with the key on, engine off.
GPS ready.
And it's erasing the old code. And the nice thing is if something gets messed up or you fat finger it or whatever, you can always go back and put the stock tune in it. You should always keep a copy of the files that are on this device. Now the only other thing is this device will only work with one bike. So if I had like a second one, I'd have to get another license. Now see, when this is updating, see the clock is error, and it's just got a high right there where it just that's just the coolant temperature. It does nothing. So it's doing that because the computer is getting overwritten. And all I'm doing right now is I'm just changing the fan temperature thresholds just a little bit. Because like right now I had it set to turn on at 190 and to turn off at 180, and you know, when it's still hot it doesn't go off that much, so I'm just changing it, raising it up by 5 degrees on both ends, and so that way it'll run the fan just a little bit less. Also, with the engine running a little bit cooler, I think that you know, the engine longevity is going to be better, you know, because I'm sure that the engineers thought of that, but maybe they're also thinking of planned obsolescence. But, you know, I just know that, you know, you're running your engine too hot for all the time is just going to, you know, put a lot of strain on your engine, and it puts a lot of heat strain on my legs when the thing is just cooking hot. So as I was saying, now it's verifying, and this is all real time, and there it is. And so cycle the key twice and wait 20 seconds in between. So we'll go over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Turn the key back on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Turn it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And turn it back on again. And then press to continue. And there it is. So if you're so inclined and just prefer to do things yourself and have it within your own control, then this is the way to go. I mean, I'm really happy with this. I mean, when you go on their website, you'll see that they deal with a lot of flash tunes for these razors and side-by-sides mostly, but they do motorcycles, and you just have to look and see if they do your bike. They definitely do the Yamahas, and I can't be happier. I'm very happy with the changes that it's made, and with the tunes that they put in. The tune that they made is pretty mild. They didn't do anything too radical, but when I called them, they were very helpful, and they were willing to do pretty much anything that is doable. You call them up, and then you give them the serial number and the model off of your bike, and then they look you up, and then they verify that you are you, because once you buy it, you go online and you register the warranty, and then they'll either walk you through how to make the changes, or they'll make the changes for you and email it to you, the tune file. Um, I found that they were very, very helpful. And I'm not sponsored at all by them. I mean, I paid full price for this. Uh, they they don't even know who I am, except they have my warranty information. So yeah, I'm just making this because I personally am very, very happy with it. I mean, it's expensive, but having the independence and being able to do a change whenever I want, or to change it back, is just great, and that's why I do my own work. And it's a lot of effort and a lot of learning, but I think that's part of the experience. At first, I didn't notice a performance increase, but after having it for a little bit, it's definitely better. And the biggest difference that I noticed is there's a lot of difference between the standard mode and the A mode, because previously they seemed kind of very similar to me. I noticed a little bit of a boost and a little bit of extra throttle twitchiness in A mode, but now A mode is like it's a beast now. It's a lot different, and it's a big difference. Not like I said, I never felt that I was lacking power. I never had. I mean, the FJ09 is not the fastest bike out there. I know that for sure, but it's plenty fast to do anything you need to do. Up hills, mountain grades, mountains, highway, you name it. It just does it. So, yeah, I can't say enough about this device. I'm very, very happy with it. I mean, you don't use it very much. You can come read your codes, but yeah, you got to make your own decisions. But anyways, I hope you found this useful, and give it a thumbs up if you did, and I think if you want me to do talk about more about the bike and everything that I've done. I mean, I've had it since 2016. I've done all my own maintenance. I'll certainly do that. And, well, until next time, stay safe.